Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of One Man Stream. In today's video we're going to show you how we create this graphic right here. We'll show you how we do the animation and we'll show you how we build it in GT Title Designer. We will go step by step with the graphic construction and we'll also show you how we do all the animation that goes along with this graphic. We'll have that and so much more for you on today's episode of One Man Stream. So to start off with, we'll go ahead and clear out a whole bunch of these layers and get rid of some of the clutter so we can show you how we began this graphic. To get started, we'll make the main rectangle. So the first thing we do is we go up to the menu over to the left-hand side and we click on rectangle. And then we go back and we just stretch it out and start our rectangle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to color and we're going to make it white. And then we're going to go back and we're going to click on the alpha and take the opacity down to kind of lighten things up just a little bit. You'll also notice that on our main rectangle that the corners are rounded, so we'll do that as well. Let's go up and where it says radius, we're going to change that. And then we'll do the same thing to the other one. And then we'll go back to our image and you'll be able to see that those corners are rounded. I'm going to go ahead and change the opacity so that it shows up a little bit better, but you can see that we have rounded corners now. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to show you how we bring that image in. And we do that by clicking on the photo icon, and then we just scroll through our images to find the one that we want. Click open and it comes in kind of large, so we're just going to grab one of the corners and we're going to shrink it down to the size that we want. The next part is the main text box, so we're going to go up to the ABC, we're going to click on that. Then we're going to stretch it out and make us a text box. And one thing that I always like to do is I like to center it in the middle, up and down, and center it in the middle, right and left. I'm going to change the font to Impact. And then I'm not really sure what the designation of this button is, but there's a little button after we type this in that has 4 arrows on it, and it has a drop-down menu next to it. So we're going to click on that drop-down menu, and we're going to choose the function that says shrink. And that way, if we put something inside that text field that is longer than what that text field is, it's going to shrink the text down, so it's going to keep everything confined into that text box, and it won't spill out over top of our other elements. So the next thing we're going to look at is age, position, club, and country, and those are static text fields, and I'm pointing to that now. Those are static text fields. So we're going to bring those in by clicking on the ABC boxes and just bringing it in and typing those headings and positioning it where we want them. So the next thing we're going to do is the player image layer, and that player image layer consists of the player bar, the player rectangle, and the player image. And to get started with, we're going to create the player bar. So to create the player bar, we're going to click on the rectangle box again over on the left-hand menu. We're going to stretch it out and we're going to make it very thin. All we want this to do is reveal for us from left to right, and then after it reveals we're going to have another rectangle which is going to reveal itself from top to bottom, and then we're going to have the image that's going to come from the bottom to the top. So these 3 pieces working in order is going to give us the animation for this layer. The animation that we're going to use from the left to right is going to be reveal. And you can see that arrow there designated that it is going from left to right. And when we go ahead and click it and animate it, you can see that along with the other animation that's going on in the main graphic. So after we make that small rectangle that's going to go from left to right, we need to make a bigger one to put underneath of it that's going to be the reveal that's going to go top to bottom. So we go back to our rectangle button, we click on it, and then we fashion us a rectangle under the top one. Now, one thing we want to make sure is we have to have these perfectly aligned. So the width of the small one was 435. So we need to make sure that that is the exact same width of the larger one that contains the image. So now we're going to fine adjustment to make sure the main rectangle is going over top of the small rectangle that does the initial reveal. Let's head back to the top, and now we need to do the animation for the large rectangle. That is again going to be reveal, but it's going to be revealing from the top, so it's going to go from the top down. And we have to have a little bit of delay so that first bar can make its way over, and then you can see that second rectangle making its way down from top to bottom. The last element is going to be the image, so let's go ahead and click on the photograph. We're going to scroll through and look for an image that we want. Let's go ahead and use that one, bring it over, take it down a little bit, center it. And then we need to do the animation on that, which is also going to be reveal, but it's going to be bottom to top. So you see the direction is going to go from bottom to top. And there needs to be some delay. We have a second for the bar to go across the top. We have a second for the bar that's going to go top to bottom. So we need to put a 2-second delay in for the image when it goes bottom to top. And that looks pretty good. So now we're going to go to the main portion of the graphic, which is the player name. And we do that exactly the same way. There are 3 parts to that field as well. There's the top bar that goes across the top, and then there is the other rectangle that goes top to bottom, and then the name is going to come in with a little bit different animation. It's actually going to be a zoom that we're going to use for the name. We have 3 components to this layer as well. We have the small bar that's going to reveal itself from left to right, and then we're going to have a little bit larger rectangle that's going to come down top to bottom. And then the last thing that we're going to have in this layer is we're going to have a text field embedded inside, and it's going to show itself after the other pieces of animation have done their part. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the small rectangle that's going to go right to left, and we're going to use a reveal function for it, and there's going to be no delay on it. The first part it's going to go over, and then the second part is going to be the rectangle that comes bottom to top, and we are going to have a little bit of a delay because we want that first reveal of the bar to go across, and then we want that other rectangle to come down, and then after that we're going to have that text field that comes in. We want to make sure that we do have it centered top to bottom and left to right, and we're going to use Impact as the font like we normally do. And we're also going to make sure that we use that drop down menu again and use that shrink function to make sure everything is going to fit within our text field. The animation for the text is actually going to be zoom fade. And again, we want to make sure we have a delay of 2 seconds on that so the other components can play out before the text comes in and does that zoom fade. So let's see what it looks like. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a layer out of those 3 components. So we're going to click on the first component, hold down the control key, and then we're going to click on the other 2 components that go in this part of the graphic. And then we're going to go to the very top, back to home, and we're going to click on where it says create layer, and we're going to put all those elements in one layer. And that's really going to help us going forward because all of these other pieces of this particular graphic, the position and the club and the country, all we're going to do is copy and paste. And after we copy and paste, what we're going to do is we're going to change the designation so we know what we're dealing with when we go back to mapping. But that's basically it. We form a layer with those 3 components, and we just copy and paste them and drag them to where they need to be. So we're just going to continue on, and we're going to copy and paste and change positions until we have all the elements that we need in this graphic. And then once we have all the elements in this graphic, we'll play it out, and it's going to look like this. In next week's tutorial, we'll do something a little different. What we'll do is we'll bring data into this graphic using a Google Sheet. We've done this many times in the past using an Excel spreadsheet, but in next week's tutorial, we'll show you how to do it using a Google Sheet. As always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this video tutorial series. If you are, please give us a thumbs up and a like, and make sure that you subscribe so you'll be alerted as soon as new videos are posted. Thank you.